But you think Boris Johnson's handling of this is damaging that public health message?
You can't escape that. This has been now going on for over a week. 2 Prime Minister's question sessions have dominated about a party within Downing Street rather than the public health message about getting vaccinated, about getting your booster vaccination and following the guidance to stop the spread of COVID-19.
But if the Prime Minister is damaging that public health message at this time more than any other, surely he has to go.
Well, the Prime Minister has to answer very serious questions, and the Cabinet Secretary has to conclude his investigation as quickly as possible. And ultimately, Colin, if there has been breaches that have occurred, people have to be held accountable.
But regardless of that, you've just accepted that the Prime Minister's behaviour and his performance during this is damaging the public health message.
I'm saying that #1 priority for the Prime Minister, for me as a Member of Parliament here in Scotland and in the United Kingdom Parliament, is to ensure the public continue to have the trust in their governments to follow the guidance. And when they look at what happened last year, they will be left wondering why some people within Downing Street thought it was appropriate to have any form of party when they were told not to, and they made the sacrifices to stop the spread of COVID-19. For 20 months, they have followed what the government have said.
And for the last year, the government have covered up this party and taken people for fools.
And they have looked at what has happened in Downing Street this time last year, and they're left wondering, why bother? And I accept their anger. I agree with their anger and their frustration, and that's why I want answers to this.
And yet you still say you have confidence in the Prime Minister?
Because I want to see what this inquiry comes up with. I don't want to prejudge it, but I have serious questions that I think need to be answered.
Now, incidentally, the Scottish Secretary Alistair Jack, who's a big supporter of the Prime Minister, has actually cancelled his Christmas drinks reception today. Someone who's not a big supporter of the Prime Minister is the First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon. She said today she just doesn't believe Boris Johnson.
I think there's a massive question mark over whether Boris Johnson is truthful on many occasions about things, but I think there is a massive question mark right now over whether he has been truthful about what happened or didn't happen in Downing Street last December. It's for him to set that out, and I hope he does set that out clearly. But that is a serious, I am aware of how serious an accusation that is. It's an accusation that I faced and was cleared of course, in a different context last year. But of course, Conservatives were in no doubt about how serious a charge that was when it was made against me. They seem to be in a slightly different frame of mind when the charge is against Boris Johnson.